Chapter 3 is told from Detective Comics number 439. After months and the months on her global manhunt, Agent St. Clair at last comes face to face with Paul Kirk. In a blood-soaked alley, littered with the bodies of disposable mirror images, the Manhunter nurses injuries that would kill any normal man. While healing at an astonishing rate, Kirk tells the most fantastically unbelievable life story. Kirk reveals he began life as an affluent big-game hunter bent on hunting the most dangerous game: criminals. However, during World War II, Kirk abandoned the Manhunter identity to accept wet work assignments from the US government. The wet work nourished his adventurous spirit. After the war, stricken by boredom, Kirk returned to Africa to resume his prior status as a great white hunter. However, one day, a bull elephant stampeded toward Kirk. Perhaps through either an apathy or a death wish, Kirk was unable to evade the modern megafauna. Broken and expiring, his Byronic soul was on the verge of at last gaining true peace when a helicopter found him. Kirk goes on to relate the helicopter was crewed by members of a vast conspiracy. The conspiracy, known as the Council, bathed Kirk into a healing tank. His cells are reprogrammed into smart cells, remembering their proper shape whenever injured. In order to keep Kirk from becoming a man out of time, the Council uses osmosis to keep him aware of the passing decades against his will. While some individuals might have witnessed wonders, Paul Kirk only came to focus on horrors. Among the horrors depicted here are the nuclear arms race and the Kent State Massacre. A councilman introduces Paul to his clone army. Every time I watch Attack of the Clones, I think of this classic Bronze Age moment. Manhunter is then introduced to a sensei, the long-lost Asano, Nitabi. Almost immediately, Asano tests Manhunter's new healing ability. He informs Kirk that as long as future wounds are not to the head or heart, he will survive. He is then briefed that the Council wants him to assassinate an Interpol officer. When Kirk desires to question the assignment, Asano reminds him that, in a tiger's lair, the only justice belongs to the tiger. Manhunter's tale is interrupted when Christian kills several attacking clones. Once the clones fail, Damon appears, hoping to do what the clones could not. Being an 8-page chapter, Manhunter's origin had to be compressed into a very limited page count. Yet, the panels are not awkwardly squeezed into that limited space. Instead, each panel is filled with dynamic movement and careful blocking to guide the eye energetically through 3 micro-arcs on the same page. Each arc has a beginning, a middle, and a cliffhanger. Using both artistic flourishes and emphasis on figures rather than their backgrounds, the chapter achieves laser focus. Indeed, with Manhunter, artist Walt Simonson proved that less is always more. I am Rima, the Jungle Girl. And be here next time for more DC Comics in the Bronze Age, where the action is